Alright, so anyways guys, this is the Wyvern build here for the Elsweyr patch. Alright. We are running 2 Skoria, 5 Bright Throats, and 5 Crafty Alfiq. Alright, Crafty Alfiq is a brand new set. You can farm this from world bosses in Elsweyr and dub bosses in Elsweyr as well. Brand new set. It's basically all full Magicka, just a Magicka version of Hulking. As soon as I saw this set, I knew that I had to try it out, and so far it's been working for me pretty well. On the jewelry, we're running all protective, all spell damage. On the sword board, we're running 1 Nirn sword, sturdy shield with maximum Magicka, and the infused weapon spell damage, bright throat ice staff. Alright. And then on the body, everything's all Magicka'd out except for 3 prismatic glyphs on the bigger pieces. Everything else is Magicka. And then we're running 4 impen and then 3 sturdy pieces. Alright. Now let's go look at our stats here again. If we can get our stuff here in order. We're at 28.5k spell resistance and then 23.4 physical resistances. So it's pretty decent resistances here with the protective jewelry. And then crit resistance, we are at 26.15. Maximum Magicka, we are at 43.4. Maximum health in Cyrodiil, you should be around 26k. And then maximum stamina, we're at 16.5. Magic recovery is at 13.63. No, not 16.63. We're at 1300 basically. Alright. For those of you guys who think this is low, it's actually sustainable, man. It's actually a lot with Elemental Drain. Elemental Drain gives you another 600 Magicka recovery basically, because it returns 300 Magicka every 1 second as long as you have some kind of elemental damage applied to people. So as long as you have volatile armor on all the times and people are consistently attacking you and they have elemental drain on them, you'll be getting that 600 recovery. Alright. So with that on top of this, I mean, we're looking at almost 1900 recovery, basically 2k. Alright, now spell damage, alright, by default, we are looking at 23.15. Now the way we are going to be stacking this is with the Molten Whip, the new Molten Whip, you guys. Let me read you the change they did to this patch on it. While slotted, whenever you have a whenever you activate a different Ardent Flame ability, you gain a stack of Seething Fury, which increases the damage of your next Molten Whip by 33% and your weapon spell damage by 125 for 5 seconds. This can be stacked up to 3 times. So notice when I stack or cast these abilities, alright, any Ardent Flame ability, so it's other than Molten Whip won't count. Burning Embers, Engulfing Flames, and Cauterize are all on my bar. Alright, so when you stack this 3 times, so there's 1 stack, so we're at 24, 25, 26, almost 27, 2700 spell damage. This can be up 100% of the time as long as you have these stacks consistently going. This stack will only disappear if you forget to reapply this stack, or after you hit him with that power whip, whatever it is. Once you hit them with a fully stacked up Molten Whip, it will reset itself on its own. Alright, so fully buffed up spell damage here. Let's just get our stacks up here. 3770. That is a lot of spell damage. So let's go look at our tooltip. To 20k whip on this. 20k whip on this. It is a lot of damage, you guys. Great chance for burst potential. which is something Magicka Dragonknight lacked in the past. Power Lash, you guys, or Flame Lash, the other morph of it, is still a very great set, or not set, a very great skill. The heal from it is clutch, very clutch heal. So if you feel like this is not the way you want to play Magicka Dragonknight, go with the Flame Lash. I still very recommend it, especially in open world, because healing is very important when it comes down to trying to fight outnumbered. But so is burst. So it's whatever you prefer, whether you want the heal or the burst. All right. All right. So we're gonna go into the skills right now. We are running Burning Embers for our dots and burst heal. Cauterize for another form of healing. Fossilize here for your main hard CC. Molten Whip are kind of explained the new effects of Molten Whip. Very strong ability. Definitely worth trying out if you guys haven't tried it out yet. And then Engulfing Flames for first off, another hot. Second off, anyone affected by this ability will be taking 10% more damage for any flame ability. So if you stack up all your abilities together, hit him last with the Engulfing Flames, and then hit him with the fully procced up Molten Whip, you're going to hit him very hard. Very hard. But another thing is that changed this patch is Molten or Engulfing Flames got a 200% more damage on the initial hit of it. If you play your cards right, you can actually use this as a pretty decent spammable and hit people really hard with it. So you're basically hitting someone with this initially. You first off, you put a hot on them or a dot on them. They're gonna be affected by 10% more damage. So 10% initial more damage on your next Engulfing Flames. You can seriously just stack this up, and you can use this as a secondary spammable if you guys want to. All right. Ferocious Leap is another. Well, it's not really another. It's gonna be in your main ultimate. You're not a Magicka without it. All right. Back bar, we have Coag Blood. It's another form of burst healing. Would still recommend relying on Burning Embers as your main form of burst heal. It's definitely a lot more cheaper and more sustainable. Coag Blood, you should really only use it for emergencies if you don't have a Burning Embers ready to be used to heal yourself, or if you're out of range of and you're fighting someone who's keeping their distance away from you. All right. Vault to Armor, you're going to be your main armor buff. Elemental Drain, first off, you give them Major Breach, and you get Minor Magicka Steel. So Recovery, Major Breach, more damage, more sustain. Degeneration, you're going to be doing Major Sorcery, so increasing your spell damage by 20%, 20 seconds. Another thing, another hot to proc Valk and Skoria. And then Wings, okay? Question of the day with Wings is it still worth running? My opinion is yes. It's 50% damage mitigation for 6 seconds. A lot of people don't think this is a buff to Wings. I honestly feel like it is a buff. Because in last patch, it was first off pretty cool, reflecting stuff back at people. But that only lasted for like 2 seconds. Like, I mean, let's be honest here. You cannot keep up Wings for a full 6 seconds, alright? For the full duration. So that means after like 2 seconds, you have to reapply your Wings like every 2 or 3 seconds, making it pretty tough to sustain. But now, 50% damage mitigation from all projectiles for 6 full seconds. So that means for 6 full seconds, you don't have to reapply your Wings until that duration ends. So first off, it's making you sustain this a bit more better. Second off, 50% mitigation, man, that's more than major protection. All right, that's more than major protection. It's a lot of damage mitigation, honestly. So in my opinion, it's a buff. All right, and if anyone wants to argue, just go ahead and just comment in the chats or something. All right, and then back bar ultimate, we're just running Tempora Guard. You guys feel free to run Standard Might, or if you're a vampire, I'm not a vampire in this build, feel free to run Bat Swarm if you guys want to. Alright, CP. Alright, so we're going to go with the green chain. This is the same exact CP tree I ran last patch. We got 27 to Warlord, 1 to Siphoner, 64 into Arcanist, 32 into Tenacity, 20 to Tumbling, 81 to Shadow Ward, 15 to Bless, 72 into Elfborn, 27 to Spell Erosion, 75 Elemental Expert, 81 Master Arms. We don't have anything in that tree. And then on the red tree, we have 51 to Ironclad, 82 into Resistance, 51 Thick Skin, and 43 and 43 between Ellie and Hardy. And I got nothing to this red tree. Alright, and then some other minor details on the build. We are a High Elf. We are running the HO Mundus, and we are running Spring Loaded Infusion, which is a drink that pairs very well with Bright's Throat. Alright, Bright's Throat only works if you're running a drink. Alright, because this is a drink, you're still going to be getting that buff from Bright's Throat. Alright, so first off, you're getting tri-stats. Alright, it's a little bit less than what you would get from a actual tri-stat food, but having this stacked on top of the Bright Throat buff, I say it's well worth it. Alright, and I guess that's about it, you guys. I think I covered most of the stuff on this build. If you guys have any questions, just please feel free to let me know. And I guess I'll just catch you guys next time. Peace.